everyone. It is Ashley with Keller Williams. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to talk about kind of a few things. One, it has been like awesome being back home and getting to work with buyers and communicating, working with clients and trying to help them out. I think that the training I did last week is awesome. I mean, I think it's going to be invaluable in helping me, just be better able to serve my clients. I mean, I feel like that's the main thing, and I think that really speaks a lot to the power of like continuous learning and making sure that you're kind of just checking in and making adjustments as needed. And what it really brings me to is a book. Usually when I do trainings, I also will like listen to an outside audiobook or read something that kind of goes with it. And the book that I read during this training was called Extreme Ownership. Now this book was really awesome, okay? And it's written by a couple of Navy SEALs. And basically, it's really about leadership and developing leadership skills and how to be a leader even if you're not like the main person in charge. And gosh, there are a couple of things that just sort of like really stick out in my mind that I really took from that book. And I think some of the big things are sort of just taking control of as much as you can, like everything, all variables in your life. Because the bottom line is there's so much random stuff happening all the time, okay? So much random stuff. And it is really, really helpful if you can control all the things that you can control. I think a really funny thing, like the guy mentioned towards the end of the book that he has 3 alarm clocks to make sure he wakes up on time. I mean, that is incredible. And they're all like on different types of power, and I was like, wow, well, I'd never really considered having that level of control. I mean, I can wake up with my alarm, but yeah. And the other thing that I've really taken with me is related to this alarm clock thing, is that he was basically like, if you don't wake up, like jump out of bed when your alarm goes off, you have a weak mind. I was like, man, I never really thought about it that way. I was like, because here it is, it's fall time here in Seattle, in the Seattle area in Everett. And it's cooling off. And I think, like many of you, I, want to kind of cuddle in bed and stay in bed a little bit longer. I wake up early. I wake up like at 4 in the morning, but when the alarm goes off at 4, I want to like snooze it, stay in bed where it's nice and warm. And the last couple of days, I have been waking up before the alarm goes off, or right when it's going off, and not wanting to get out of bed, and thinking to myself, man, you got a weak mind. Like, I find it pretty insulting, actually. And you know what? It just makes me want to like really straighten up all kinds of things. Like, I spent a lot of time employing time blocks. This is something that is talked about a lot in The One Thing. There's another really good book. I haven't reviewed it yet, but really good. And it's related to extreme ownership in that basically these Navy SEALs, they operate with everything having like a protocol. Like, it's like almost like a life protocol. And so if you can think about it like in the big picture, like if your life, let's say your life were a cake. These are the steps that you follow, and you have to follow the precise measurements, because if you don't, you get something else and not a freaking cake, okay? Or like some weird thing that could be a cake or thought of as a cake, but it's not really a cake. And you know what? It's not always bad, okay? But the point is that if you want repeatable results, if you want the same thing to be happening day in and day out, and you want success, and you want it to happen more frequently, then you have to employ a real strict protocol. And so far I've enjoyed it. One of my Gosh, one of my favorite writers and business people is Grant Cardone, and he talks a lot about having white space on your calendar. And I was putting my calendar together this weekend, and I just maxed it out. Like, there's no white space on there. I mean, I can barely, I had to I had to structure it and set it out so I can actually, structure my life and schedule it in a way in hopes that I actually get the results I want. And so it's been fun, actually. I mean, here I am, it's the end of the day. I'm recording my video, and I've gotten a lot done. It feels good. It always feels good when you get a lot done. And yeah, I appreciate it. I get with that discipline structure, and I can definitely see how it gives you freedom. There's so much to talk about in extreme ownership. I mean, gosh, there's so many things. It's a great book. If you're looking for something to read, and you want to kind of, do like a gut check, see where you are, it's a great book. It has so many awesome chapters that can be used anywhere in business. I definitely would recommend reading it if you are starting a business and you're the boss, it's a very, very helpful book. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. So I'm really excited about the week, and I look forward to putting together more videos for you. Please like the video, leave comments down below if you have them, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, and check out my website at ashleybolden.com, and I will see you again soon, YouTube.